Today I'm talking about something different. This is GOOVIS ART goggles or headset. These are designed primarily for you to watch TV on Netflix connecting to your computer or your phone. What really interests me in those is possibility of using them as a monitor for filming with. Unlike other goggles which cover your face, these are more designed to allow you to see as well outside as the screens in there. So what we got here is the two high resolution OLED screens. They have adjustable diopter, so you can actually use them over the glasses, or without the glasses we can adjust them to your vision from 0 to -3.5, I think. They got a built-in speaker, so you can actually adjust the volume if you want to watch TV on them and hear a headphone output, so you can connect the headphones. And there's a switch for you to unlock, so you can actually adjust these to fit over your eyes. So I'm going to take these out and I'm going to see if I can use them in the three main areas I am interested in, i.e. manual focusing, working on a gimbal, or flying the drone. Let's go. So manual lenses, manual cinema lenses, I absolutely hate them because I do have to wear glasses to see close. And for me, focusing on the camera, and the camera is not the same distance to me all the time, it's very difficult to nail that focus well all the time. So these actually, I think these are a perfect solution for me because not only I can see a picture bigger and focus better, but I can see my surroundings. So we're gonna try filming some stuff with this and see if it actually works and how it works, okay? So GOOVIS goggles don't have battery built in, so there's no power. So theoretically speaking, plugging into a computer or a phone is fine because you get most computers or phones will power it from USB-C, but a camera won't. So to connect this to the camera and make it work, I connect the camera with a HDMI to this adapter, which is HDMI to USB-C, and USB-C goes into goggles, but that's not enough. I have to also power it with another USB-C to power bank. I've got a power bank here giving it juice. So if you have to move around, it could be a little bit crippling. I mean, the goggles and the camera are connected together by the cables, but then you have to have a pocket or someone to carry a power bank. This is probably too big for this job, but generally speaking, you need a power bank in your pocket. Okay, let's try them on. Firstly, let's put the headset on my head. Nicely, it's got a hinge, so you can actually move it away from your face, so you can see your surroundings. But even if you put them on, you can still see over and under, so you can see around as well. I can see actually what the camera sees through, and this is different. Let's put it that way. It's literally looking at a 110-inch screen in front of your face while filming. So I don't even have a focus peaking switch on this camera, and I can still see the picture is sharp. And simple as that, you stick it in front of your eyes, and you go. Yeah, for someone who's been using monitors for all my career and struggle with the glasses to see properly, this is a game changer. It actually is usable. Let's move a little bit and see if I can actually move it all with the power and all the cables, and if it's actually doable to use it in a real world situations. So I managed to power it with a small rig NPF battery, which is a bit smaller for carrying, but this is what I have to deal with. All these cables just to see it on the bigger screen in front of my face. So if I stick the battery in my pocket, I'm still left with all that, but let's try to tuck some of it in my pockets. This is not too bad. When I put them onto my eyes, the screens come on straight away. The quality of screens is insanely good. OLED displays are beautifully sharp and the color is really, really good. It is insane. It's a weird sensation. When I started using this first time, when I've tried them first time, it was something in my brain not clicking in, not switching on properly, because there are two screens in front of your eyes, and I had to adjust my brain to see one in front of me. My brain was saying two screens, see with each eye independently, and I could keep seeing two screens, but you get used to it quite quickly. Now every time I just put them in front of my eyes, I see one huge screen. The question is really now, can I use these with a gimbal? I'm gonna put a autofocusing lens this time on it, but we're gonna try it with a gimbal and see how it feels walking and filming with the goggles and the gimbal. So the same issue with all the batteries and cables, but having a thin, long HDMI, yeah, it seems to be, I'm pulling it, it's not flat surface and I'm pulling the camera here with this, but a gimbal should balance it out. So let's try the same thing again. I'm gonna stick the batteries in my pockets get this on and see if I can actually move with this. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay. First experience, because I can see, if I tilt my head or look over these, I can actually see the real world. But this, it's a different experience altogether. It does work. I can glance down, I can see the camera and where I'm walking and still see the big picture. Yeah, no issues. I can definitely see where I'm going. No problems using gimbal at all. I don't feel like I have to struggle to see what's happening around me while seeing the big picture from the camera. Now, after using this for a few minutes, I can honestly say that using glasses to see close on the monitor is actually worse. It's a game changer. I keep saying that, but it's a game changer.
Let's say it again.
It's a game changer. The one thing is though, when I tilt my head slightly, I keep thinking that the camera is tilting, but it's on the gimbal, so it can't. It's properly level, but the slight movements of the head make me think that the picture is not level, but it is. Amazing to see what the camera sees at this size. Nice thing as well, using Lumix cameras, because Lumix cameras, when I have all the camera info display through HDMI, it shows all around the screen. I don't lose any image. With the Sony cameras, for example, and other brands as well, it crops the picture so you see more black around when you're feeding the camera info over the HDMI to your display. GOOVIS, they say that you can use this with drones, especially DJI drones. So we're going to connect the goggles to the controller and see how it feels. Obviously, legally, you have to see the drone while you're flying in the air, so you have to see where it is. So it'd be nice to see if I can see the big screen and still keep an eye on the drone safely. Okay, it's freezing cold today. It's freezing cold, and I can't wear a baseball cap with these, but I need to protect my bald head somehow because I'm gonna freeze here. So the drone, we've got a DJI Mini 4 Pro here. We're gonna fire it up. We don't need extra power to see what the controller sees. So it's connected directly with a USB-C to the goggles and the picture is coming through. So let's have a look how it actually feels and how it operates in a flying situation. I can see the squirrel. That's my ADHD, I get distracted very easily. I can see everything around, and let's take off and have a look. Yeah, this is actually working. I can see still the drone, although my hat is in the way a little bit. Above the goggles, I can see the surrounding there. I can always flip them up to see properly the screen on here, my hand, and the drone. The picture quality is simply insane. There's a bird trying to attack my drone. I've got a drone in the air now and I can see there's a lot of pigeons flying around it. I can simply just lift the goggles up or just look above or underneath to see what's happening there, and straight through to this 110 equivalent inch screen right in front of my face. The birds are very interested in my drone. The edge of the hat keeps getting in my vision, so I think it'll be easier to stick it on my head and then put a hat over it, if I can adjust that strap. Okay, that's nice. And then put my hat over. Stop laughing at me, cameraman. This is beautiful. I love this. Alright, the verdict is they work, and they work very well. After trying these with most of situations I would possibly need something like that, a manual focusing gimbal or a drone, and I'm impressed. I wasn't completely sure before doing this that I would like them, because the big change, the big screen in front of your eyes, and you have to look at your peripheral vision to see everything else around you. But they are very usable, especially gimbal. I am absolutely loving the size of the screen you can see in front of you and still be able to walk and see what you're stepping on. With the drone as well, it means obviously this is not new to use goggles with FPV drones, but This is not FPV drone. I prefer to see, I have to see, legally, I have to see where the drone is and my surrounding, and this allows me to do that and still see the big picture in front of my eyes while I'm filming and for framing and etc. For filming with the manual lenses, yeah, you obviously can nail the focusing better than just using the focus picking on a small screen. It gives you the more control over your composition and your sharpness, manual focusing, because the picture is so big, simply as that. I do like them for the type of work I do, the filming. I didn't have to put my glasses on once today, which is a big change because usually I do have to wear glasses to see what I'm doing. These allow me to do my job without putting glasses on and off, and I can just flip them on from my eyes or put them back on when I need to see the bigger picture. Very, very nice. Very surprising device in a good way. The things I haven't mentioned really here is that there's literally zero delay when I connect it through all these cables, powered from USB-C and HDMI from the camera to this via USB-C adapter. There's no issue when manually focusing. You don't have any delay visible on this. The adjustable band is very comfortable. You don't really feel it while wearing it. You can actually purchase the kit with a zero pressure band, so you basically replace all this with this new band, which you can adjust how much pressure on your head it has. I have powered it from MPF battery or a power bank, but if you buy the cinema package, which costs £529 here in UK or $679 in US, in the cinema package you also get this. This is a TV player. This is a Google TV device with a charging dock. This dock and the battery in this actually will power the camera as well, so it can be used if you don't have any other battery. This can be used, but this also connects to the device via USB-C or HDMI through USB-C to your device, to your headset, to your goggles, and on this you can install through Google Store any TV movie applications, and it can be controlled with a controller as well to watch your TV. You can power at the same time, so you don't run out of juice while you're watching the movie. I think this is worth getting with this as well, because it expands the kit from not just a monitoring tool for your filming, but also for entertainment. You can connect it to a computer, obviously, and the phone. That's kind of standard. And you can buy this on the goggles on their own, and the price of these on their own is £428 here in UK or $549 in US. Not dirt cheap. It's not cheap device, but you do get equivalent of 110-inch TV. Those micro OLED displays in there are very high quality. You literally feel like you are sitting in the second row of the cinema. The screen is quite big in front of your eyes, and the fact that you can't see around, it's making this quite unique, unlike other headsets. These are giving you immersive experience, but you are still in the room, so they will be good as well for traveling. For example, when you're on the plane or a train, you know what's happening around you while watching movies or YouTube on these. I really like these, and I certainly will be using these from now on when manually focusing, because it makes it possible for me to get better job, better focusing, better preview while filming. Very cool, very useful device, high quality device, which I do recommend. And this is it from me. I hope this was in some way helpful and informative about this device. If it was, please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one.